This video is made for adult collectors because it's kind of crazy to think that both commanders for this year are both combiners in some way. That's pretty cool.
So we got him here, right? And having the original is also nice, which I do have, but oh, that noise really scares me.
This figure is a lot, but like pretty fun. The reason I say this thing is complicated in the title is because while reading the instructions, it's kind of confusing. They make you do a lot of flips and things that really don't feel necessary. Like, it's a complex transformation, but following the instructions at first made it super not fun. Now that I've made my own sort of method to do the conversion, it doesn't feel as complex and it's more fun to mess with. There are a couple of things in the base robot that are a bit sacrificed for combine mode. Yes, another friggin' combiner in 2026. This is insane. Oh, question. When I do the awards at the end of the year for like Transformer of the Year, blah, 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 and we get to the combiner category, should this be included? This was purchased at Pop Culture Australia. Here's the box, not sponsored. No, I'm not throwing the box. This is a commander. There are some build quality things that bug me too, like the wings and the legs, but we'll get to that later. This thing looks on point. But let's make him a shuttle first so that we can flow into the combine mode at the end. What a nice space shuttle. It's such a nice, clean white with that shade of gunmetal and black. I also like the darker red on the boosters. Honestly, I kind of prefer it not being clear. Oh yeah, I still have the original. Here it is next to this. Yes, I'm like 90% sure my old one just straight up yellowed. Well, off to Comic Alley it goes. No, wait, hang on. I still got robot modes to do. Not sponsored, by the way. You want a corpse? Do you want a Unicron corpse? Why are there so many? Adam, why are there so many?
I don't make the rules, bud. I just work here.
He is very solid. However, there are some bits at the back that feel a little bit finicky, like the tail fins kind of pop off a bit too easy. I wish they pegged on a little bit better. Now, he doesn't come with his landing gear minicon, which is a bit of a shame. Mine looks like this right now, though, because it's disintegrated. Instead, he comes with these three. The Requiem Blaster, which is actually awesome. You can peg the black minicon into the landing gear at the front, so that kind of mimics the original one, which is really cool. It also goes on the back, too. While I do miss the landing gear dude, these three are a very nice inclusion. And yeah, it's not like he's without landing gear, and given how this transformation works, I don't think they could have fit the landing gear minicon in, because you see that chunk at the front there? That's the combine mode's waist joint. It's a trade-off, but I'm okay with the trade-off because it gives the combiner more articulation. Back to the other three minicons though, we have... what are their names again? Astroscope, Skyblast, and Payload. They look like some vehicles. That's a satellite, that's Thunderbird 3, and that's a flat thing. They are minicons, so I'm not really expecting them to have perfect alt modes at the end of the day. They do look neat though, and it's nice having more modern minicons. Man, I can't wait for that new multi-pack to release. All right, now let's get all of these into their robot modes and show you how involved that transformation actually is. So one thing that always makes me worry about these remakes of old toys when they announce them is, are they going to transform exactly the same? Because when they do, I find that kind of boring, because I grew up with a lot of the stuff they're remaking now, and a good example of that is the animated Prowl from Legacy that came out. I found that kind of boring just because it didn't feel that much different from the original except for its aesthetic. The transformation felt the same. These minicons are about the same as the old ones, but this... they changed a lot internally about this. The limbs still end up in the same spots, but like, it's very different. Also, notice this booster sticks out past the other two. I thought I was doing something wrong. No, that's as far as it goes in. It stops there. And honestly, I kind of prefer that look a little bit more than the original. Where's my original? I kind of like the booster arrangement on this one more than this one. But as I said before, the instructions make this kind of hard. It's not that hard. It is a little bit overcomplicated, I think, but it's not terrible. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the cannon, which the last time I did this, it flew out at such a high velocity that it smashed me in the teeth. So we're going to not do that. It's very tight, so you got to like... This is the only part I hate. Okay, the entire Jetfire went flying. One of his tail fins just rocketed into outer space. Where did it go? That like flew straight off the desk. So now that he's all like, the weapons are off, we can actually start transforming it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold up the landing gear on all the sides. Then we're going to unpeg the wings. They peg in at the bottom and at the side here. So you do that. Then you're going to want to come here, get your nail under this and pull this out. Now once that's done, you're going to take these bits on the side here and pull them up. They're going to fold around this. They sort of lock into the arms. So once you get those out, you can then unpeg the legs from the arms
and bring them down on the combiner ratchets. Now this is where the instructions make it get kind of confusing. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold this forward, you're gonna bring this down, you're gonna bring this piece around to the back, then you're gonna bring this all the way up, and that's it. Oh, and then fold that up. And that's the getting the wing around. The way the instructions picture how to get the wing around was so confusing. It didn't make sense the order they wanted you to go in. It was just weird. We're gonna rotate this around, then you're gonna take this side section here, and you're gonna, it's kind of hard to get it out, but you're gonna, come on, there it is. You're gonna bring this section out. You wanna do this on both sides. Then we're going to do this leg, so bring this down, fold this forward, rotate this down, bring this around, bring the wing up, fold that, rotate that down. Now you wanna take the legs, bring them in all the way. They will tab into place on either side. Then you're going to take these panels and you're gonna fold them up. That. You're gonna take the wings and you're gonna bring them up till they're straight like this. Then you take these two back pieces and they're going to peg into the wings to hold them into place. Then once you do that, you want to accordion this in and it's gonna tab into that slot there. And that secures everything back here into place. These wings don't really like to stay pegged into here very well, I found. Like they don't clip in, they just sort of rest. So every once in a while the wings can jostle themselves loose, but there's your back section and your legs all done. Now we do the top part. This part's easy. It's literally just the legs and the wings that are annoying to do. But you want to take this section here, you want to split this open, then you want to open up the cockpit section and then fold this entire piece down. Rotate this, bring this around 180 degrees and it will peg in to place. Then you fold this back up and it's going to peg in to here and then into the shoulders because it locks these into place. So you peg all that together. Then you want to fold the cockpit back down, fold that in. Then you rotate the shoulders, bring the arms down, and then open up the forearms and fold out the fists. And there's your Jetfire. See, it's not that hard. It's just, again, the way the instructions made doing the legs and the wings feel was like, why? What is going on? But now that I've like figured out my own method, it sort of just works nicer. And now we got to do these three idiots. So this one, you just fold the feet up on both sides. You bring the arm out. You want to unpeg the shoulder from the red section. You want to rotate this around and bring this down. And these are going to peg together. Now this is a very, very solid connection. And getting it out is absolute pain in the ass. But there he is. He's all finished. And we take Thunderbird 3 here. Open this piece up. Bring this down. Rotate this section. Flip around the head, rotate the arm, rotate the waist, and bring the arms down. That's him finished. And then finally, payload. You open the arms up, you bring this section out, you fold the torso forward, then you rotate the waist, split the legs, and look, ankle tilt on a minicon. That's kind of nuts, but he has ankle tilts. Now we're finished.
So a lot of people didn't like the fact that the black nose cone section is just hanging out between his crotch. And the original, it folds away, but the instructions always show it folded down at the end. So it's kind of confusing on how it's supposed to go, but it's supposed to be folded up. And now with this new one here, his little grundle's just hanging out. However, you fold it away, bloop, it's gone. It just folds away. You can just tuck it in, problem solved, it's gone. Nothing hanging down there anymore. That fixes the problem for me. Anyways, the rest of the robot looks great. It's not 100% accurate because the proportions fit the generation style more, but it's pretty nice with the original. Okay, now I can take it to comic out. Wait, no, we still have combined mode to do. I love the head sculpt with the red brow, the white cheeks, and the gold faceplate. The painted detail on the chest is really nice too. I also adore the black knee pads and the red on the shins. The back cleans up pretty okay. Like there's some junk hanging off the back, but it's not like horrible. There's some stuff on the back of the knees too that does look a bit weird. For some reason, the wing tips come off. I thought they were just weak and thin, but no, they clip on. I'm assuming they might do an Astrotrain out of this and they'll change his wings and that just makes it easier for them. But yeah, they just unclip. They don't fall off. It's just weird that they come off. The hips. They are wide-jointed hips, so they work very weirdly. However, there really isn't a way around this due to just how Jetfire looks in Armada. Here, though, there's no swivel between the two black joints at the hips, so they don't kind of go out in any sort of natural way. So messing with the hips becomes really, really awkward. Once we get him into combined mode though, he has normal ass hips, thankfully. He does come with his oversized gun and his fat shield, which can both peg into the robot. And he does look like a powerhouse. And then the minicons. Their robots look about as awkward as their alt modes did, but they're still pretty cool to have all of them. Going back to their alt modes though, you can plug them into each other to form the Requiem Blaster. So now he can just shoot through entire planets like Thundertron. Jetfire's articulation is pretty fine, save for those hips. The head is on a ball joint. You get a little bit of tilt, but some nice up and down and rotation. Shoulders could rotate a full 360, but the wings do get in the way. They can also go in and out. You've got bicep rotation, slightly over 90-degree bends at the elbow, wrist swivels, no waist joint because, well, he has no waist. Hips can go out at the top, then they can go forward and back below that. There is thigh rotation, 90-degree bend at the knee, and then ankle tilts, and almost all of the lower body joints are ratcheted. So he's pretty good minus the midsection, but I still really like it. And now the pièce de résistance, the combine mode. Yes, Jetfire is a combiner. Both commanders this year are combiner segments, which is funny.
All right, so bringing Optimus into the mix, literally the only prep you have to do is to take him off of the pants, and the pants are gonna go away now. Kind of like Omega Prime, where the rest of Optimus just has nowhere to go. But he's, well, take his gun out, because his gun has some combining to do. He's basically ready. Also, one thing to note, he's starting to paint chip. That's fantastic. These should have been cast in gold, whatever. Jetfire has a lot of stuff you have to do. The legs do something very, very cool though. So the first thing we'll do is we'll open this up and fold the hands in, and then we'll get this piece open, this bit open, like you're going back into shuttle mode essentially. So you bring the arms out, rotate this around, bring this up. Now you want to make sure that the shoulders are rotated this way because they're going to bend forward. And then the fists section up here, you want to rotate them so that these elbows are facing outward. That way they peg together. Then you bring this section up. You want to push this piece back in here, close this up, bring this down, and there's a second hinge right here at the white that you're going to bring down as well, and that's going to peg into the back here. And you close that up, and that's the arms folded away. Now we got to do the fun part, the wings. I use fun with air quotes. So you open these up like you would, again, going back into shuttle mode. Then you bring these pieces out like this. Then you want to take the hips, bring them out, fold this forward, bring this all the way around, and then you want to bring this piece back to the front and then straighten this out again. And then you just do the same thing here. Now what you want to do is you want to take these and rotate these so these white pieces are facing this way, like the opposite direction of the arms. And then you bring these down at the hip, not all the way because they're going to clash. Then you want to take the wings and you want to fold them like this and bring this down. Then this piece is going to come in here and just sort of slide into a little latch on this side. And again, same thing, whoops, the wings. Same thing here, but like when you bring this down, it has to slide up and in, whereas this goes down and in. Then you want to straighten the legs out and rotate these forward. Get all this out of the way. Now with this part of the wing here, you want to take this piece and you want to bring it all the way to the front like that, just so that it gets out of the way of everything. And we're just going to fold the wings back like this. Now here's the cool leg thing. So you bring this section down at the back here, fold the wing out, and just lie it flat. Then you take this piece and flip out the heel, and you're like, oh, that's a big foot. Now to cover this, you would just shift this up, right? But here's how it works. Look at that. That's so it's kind of awkward to get it back. It's got like a cool accordion system inside here that accordions that up and brings this down. Then you peg the foot into place, and then you can bring this section up at the back here, and then this folds down, and that's your leg. The fact that that extends and gives you more of this, I think, is so cool. We'll do that again here. You fold this down, bring this heel out, and then you bring the foot back and accordion it up like that. Lock this in, lock that in. Bring the wing down. We're just gonna split the legs a little bit, activate the ankle tilt and the thigh swivel. These pieces you're gonna bend down here, and then they're gonna fold in. You're going to attach on either side. Then you take the waist joint, rotate it 180 degrees. Now we bring in Optimus. So you take Optimus and you shove him onto here. He's gonna clip into place. Then you wanna fold up the ears, and you wanna take the chest piece. You wanna fold this peg back up, and you wanna bring this out all the way. You also want to remove the Autobot symbol because it's going to shift onto here. You then peg this over the shoulders, bring this section down. It's going to peg into where the Autobot symbol was and clip in underneath. This clip is really annoying to get back out. And then this piece is going to come around and it's going to clip into the back to hold everything in place. You fold out the ears, and there you have him all combined. Now the guns. So you want to take the smokestacks off, and you take this, peg this together, and then you peg the smokestack guns into the sides, and then put that in his hand. And there we have the combine mode.
Now that's cool. Okay, now here we are at Comic Alley Toys, not sponsored, and I can show off the old one with the new one because I don't have an old Armada Prime, and now I can hand this and be done with it. I don't need the old one anymore. This one leg panel doesn't like sitting right, which is a little bit annoying. It's not going to collapse under any weight. It's just weird. And he looks very nice, I won't lie. More proportional and badass to me than the original. The red in the shins extends, which is pretty sweet. And the new waist section that adds the torso joint is fire. The Optimus remains unchanged aside from the new chest section, and it's tall too, like almost the size of a normal combiner we get nowadays. There is all this stuff on the back, but I don't mind. It looks a lot better than the arms coming out of the thighs. The connection is nice and solid. The torso here doesn't do the whole spring-loaded thing like the new Armada Prime does, but like the pants connect and it's really robust. It's not gonna fall off. Again, Optimus doesn't change much, so his articulation is the same, but the lower section, he has a waist joint, universal hips that for some reason are so ungodly tight. I don't know why, but they're so tight. Thigh rotation, knee bend, and ankle tilts. So in this mode, he is pretty articulated. The lower legs, though, do like to move around a bit in the shin area. If you aren't gripping it right, everything kind of just unpegs a little bit. But this thing is super cool overall. I have my gripes with this thing, but I like it enough that the issues don't make me hate it at all. I'd recommend it if you have Prime and you want to like make like the big combiner. I think that's cool. Also, as a Unicron Trilogy fan, you just kind of want this. It's a bit complex and a wee bit rickety in places, like those weird robot hips and the lower legs on the combined mode, but it's still overall a fun thing. Is it worth the full price to me though? I'd say no, maybe like 10-15 bucks less, but it's still a very nice figure. And that's my look at Age of the Primes Armada Jetfire. I almost said the wrong name. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.